Hello and welcome everyone in the programming of our number tutorial to write a Java program where we can generate a random number in a Java. So what is a random number? A random number is a something, any number which comes and cannot be predicted. Any number like 1, 2 or 3, but we cannot predict whatever the number can be the next based on its current and past value. So here whenever we are generating a random number, it is impossible to guess the future value based on current and past values. So where we are using our random number. So we are using our random number to generate OTP when you are doing any mobile banking, one time password when we are filling for any registration of mobile app or website. Also we can use this random number for the dice whenever we are playing any game where we cannot predict what will be the next number when we are throwing dice, right? So we are going to learn to generate random number with 3 ways. So there are 3 ways. First is with the random class and the another is math class, where math class will give a method called random. Here you can see. Then we are going to use thread local random class and we are going to jump into our IDE so that we can generate a random number. So here you can see I am having one project. Here I am going to create one new package called com.program.numbers, and here I am going to create one class called random numbers. And we are done with creating our class. I will declare one main method. After that I am going to write some code. So let's see with the help of random class how we can generate our random number. So here I am going to create an object of random class, and after that I am going to create one random number. So how we can create random dot next int. We are having this method to generate a random number. So here I will assign one value. I will create one variable int something like random number and then 1, and after that I am going to print like system.out.println, and here I will say one message, the first random number is something like, I am going to make it random number 1, and also I will create one more random number that is called random number 2. That also I am going to print next to the system.out.println. So here I am going to make it same and I will copy this value from here and I will paste. Now let's see whether we can run this program and our output is generating proper random number. So here you can see the random number, the first random number is something like 95 and here is from minus. So these bigger number are coming because of the int capacity which is having 4 bytes. So here it is coming like this. Now what if we want to get a random number between 100 and 200, right? So for that I am going to create int minimum where I am going to put 100 and int maximum something like 200. So we are going to generate a number, random number between 100 and 200. So how that can be done? So let's see that. For that I have one formula that I have kept here, something called next int max minus min plus min, and then we are going to make it here in our IDE, right? So let me create that and I will do it. So I am having class called random dot next int, and inside that I am going to write that formula max dot min, and then I am going to make it plus 1, and after that I am going to make it min, right? And after that I will cover it something like with our braces here and I will print it out. Let's see how it is working. So I'm going to print it and let's run our program. So here something coming like some problem is coming, like we have not printed it clearly. So let me paste it and let's see what going to come next. Now let me run this program and we'll see does it generate a proper random number or not. So here if you will see, it is coming like 168. So let me remove this and I'm going to generate a random number between 100 and 200. So here if you will see, the output is coming like 144. Also if I will remove this, let's see what will come. Now we will see the random number that is coming 118. Also I am going to generate one more random number which is between 100 and 200. So let's see, we have generated 3 times where the numbers are coming like 101, 107 and 135. So here in case we want to generate random number between 500 and 700. So what will be the number? Now let's check and you can see the output properly here. So all the numbers are being generated between 500 and 700. Now the second way of doing our random program that we are going to do with the help of math class. So here I am going to generate one thing. Now let it be like that, and I am going to use something like math.class. So here I will generate one thing dot math dot random, and here it is going to generate some values. So let's see how it is going to work, right? So here I will run this program and we will see what number it is giving. It is giving some 0.6521, and why is that coming? So mostly math.random is something which returns double, and it will give all the random number between 0 and 1. So this is how math.random class works, and here you can see clearly every time whenever we are running our program, output is changing. It means it is not fixed and we cannot predict this number based on previous random numbers, correct? So now what I am going to do is, next I am going to see the number between 500 and 700. So what will happen next? So next I am going to generate something, a new formula that I have written here for the math.random, something like this. So I am going to copy and paste it my code here, and simple I am going to copy this print statement, and after that we will see whether things are working here or not. So here it is saying add one more, something like this, and we are going to run. So what will happen here, the numbers are coming still in a double standard. Why? Because double primitive data types are here as a return type of this random number. In case we want it into our integer format, then we are going to make some changes here. So let me make int, and we are doing casting from double to int. So what will happen, it will generate number between 500 and 700 that will come in integer format, right? In case we are not putting int, it will generate some in different format that will be double, something like this. You can see 653.4165, but in case we are going to make it int, where we are doing casting from double to int, and here it will come something different. So here no double value is coming in dot. So the number that we are getting here is not in the double format like the first one. If you can see, In case we want to generate more random number, we can simply copy paste this formula and we are going to run it, where we will get 3 random numbers which are in int, that you can see in console. This is a very easy way to do it. Now the third thing that we are going to do it, we are going to generate a random number with the help of thread classes, right? So there is one class called thread local random. So I am going to create one variable and here I am going to make it int random number, something like this. And here we are having thread local random dot current. There is one method current, and after that there is called next int. So this next int will be responsible for creating next int type, integer type random number. So here I am going to print it out, system.out println, and here I am going to print the value of random number. This is something like value of random number, and here I am going to print it something like plus and random number. Now I am going to run this program and I will show you how we can generate the random number based on our thread local random class. Now in case here we are going to generate any double, then we can do something like next dot double and things will come little different. So let me show you how we are going to make it, right? So whenever we want to generate any random number which is double, then we also have to initialize our variable with the double primitive data type. Now let me run this here and it will generate the double random number like you can see in the screen of console. Now next what I am going to tell that thread local random, we don't have anything minimum or maximum where we can generate a random number between one number and two number. Let's take a minimum number is 100 or 200. So here in this thread local random we don't have that. So for that we have to go for math.random or we have to go for the random class. So there we can generate two numbers where we can find a random between two given number, minimum and max. And in case you want to generate anything, like I will tell you one more important thing. In case we want to generate any number like int, double or whatever, then in the random, rand is equal to new random, something like this. And in case I have only explained for the random number integer, in case you want to get anything like double or in case you want to get any boolean random, then what we can do, we can simply do next boolean and then we are going to print their values. Now let me print them and I will show you how things are working. So I am going to print this random dot this and here it will be the value. Now next I am going to print this entire system.out.println and I am going to copy this from here and I will paste it here to generate our boolean as a random. Now let me run this program and see how is it working. So you can see it is coming false, and for the double also it is coming something like 0.77. Why? Because we have not kept any minimum and maximum value to generate a random number. Now let me run and every time output will change. So here for the false, every time it is coming false. Let me run again to get true. Here again it is coming true, but values in the double are changing. So like you can see, this time after running multiple we are getting true here. So here things are not fixed, we cannot predict it. Hope guys you have understood till here. In case you are having any problem, you can comment it out in the comment section. Bye bye, thank you.